Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. And last Friday, I asked, can SPY break the 599 level? When I made that video, SPY had a close around 595.6. The plan was to look to long above 597 to see if we can go hit 599 or higher. You look at the intraday price action from Friday, we cleared 597, went and smashed the 599, but couldn't clear it for Friday, couldn't give us the daily chart close. It attempted it towards the end of the day, but failed. And now here we are, gapping up, hitting the next Fibonacci level. Uncle has some new updated levels to give to you guys for these uncharted territory, because as you guys know, with Fibonacci you can get fib extension levels. Like right now I have a Fibonacci level starting from October 17th high down to November 4th low, so you guys can add that. You get the yellow, what I got here, these levels right here that I have. And then I also have fib levels, the bigger fib levels, the more macro level fib levels, all the way from July 16th high down to August 5th low, and it gave us these projected levels to the upside, which is where that 599 level came from. I mentioned the 592.6 level as well, and I said above 592.6 we want to stay bullish and see if we can climb the stairway up to that 599 level. Definitely smashed it. Uncle Charles haters ain't gonna, give me no credit, but it's all good. I don't want credit. I just want you guys to follow the price action, because the price action is the true shepherd for us sheeps. So I'm sure a lot of you guys probably wondering, where is the top? Are we going to get a pullback? A lot of retail traders are probably going to try to catch the reversal and try to act like they're the next Michael Burry and all that happy stuff. Well, I encourage you all to do what the majority is not doing and just follow the price action. As they always say, the trend is your friend, but the price action is your family. Just like me, I'm your uncle. Next resistance level I have, all right, it's around 600.5 as of recording this. So based on that, the next resistance levels I have is at 602, 604, which is a fib level, 606, and 608. And then, of course, support levels at 600.4, which is a fib level. And then the big macro level fib level at 599. Now 599 last week served as a resistance or sell zone, because it wasn't pinpoint at 599, but it was around there. There was selling pressure. So if you're a bull, you want to see that 599 level serve as a buy zone. You want to see that there be buying pressure there. You want to see bounces up there, down there. If it gets tested, you want to see bounces that's strong enough to clear 600.4 if it drops down, or a false breakdown setup. It's going to be trappy, but a false breakdown setup would be great too. Either way, above 599, just like I told you guys to stay bullish on SPY above 592.6 last week. Just like I told you guys to stay bullish on SPY above 586 last week. For today, that level is 599. As long as above 599, I would recommend you guys to stay bullish on the SPY. Okay? Now, on my channel, we don't do predictions. None of these are predictions. I'm just identifying the levels and the setups and how we would trade it. Okay? So that means I don't just give you the bull case scenario, I give you the bear case scenario. So with that being said, we have support at 600.4, 599, and 597. Those are pivot levels that must be watched. Those are support levels that must be watched today. If they fail, that is the time to go short with 595, 593, and 590.4 all back in play. It would be a beautiful move to the downside. When do we call tops? We call tops the same way when we call bottoms, except in reverse. So last week, we had a false breakdown setup. Okay, you remember the false breakdown setup? We had this inside candle. We broke the mother candle's range, and that breakdown, that false breakdown led to a big gap up, giving us the island reversal, a bullish island reversal. So if you're trying to call a top, that's the type of stuff you want to see, but in reverse. So in this case, you want to see an exhaustion gap down. You want to see false breakout setups. That's the time you want to start calling top, is when the price action tells you or shows you signs that a top is incoming. You also have to be careful, because remember my chop phase, trend phase philosophy, because a lot of time people, you see the market go up and people expecting a pullback. Most retail traders, when they see that, they want to time the pullback or time the top, and a lot of times we don't get a legitimate correction or pullback. A lot of time the market enters the chop phase where we just chop in a tight small range full of trappy moves. That can happen as well. I hope it doesn't happen, but that can happen as well. So you want to be careful. Now, if there is going to be a pullback, remember, stairway up, elevator down. You want to see high volume selling. You know it's going to be some good selling when there's fear. You know there is fear when the market is breaking down support level and the volume, instead of decreasing, it's increasing. You want to see high volume because people's trying to sell. People panic selling, and the dip buyers are panic buying, catching FOMO. That's what you want to see. You want to see high volume selling. High volume, okay? High volume is not enough. That's only telling you a piece of the picture. You want to see high volume, but you want to see support level fail. You want to see the price actions behavior combined with the volume. I love using volume. I don't talk about it often, but I do love to use volume. Yeah, that's the bull case and that's the bear case, okay? Remember the way Uncle Chartist trades, I use the 15 to the 30-minute chart. Break out a level, we look to long. Break down a support, we look to short. Okay, false breakout, we look to short. False breakdown, we look to long. Does that make sense? Any questions, guys? Any questions, write in the comment section. Those are my levels, guys. And as far as triple Q goes, I recommend staying bullish above 515. Okay, 515 is a fib level, and last week we had selling pressure around very close to that area. So we need to see if it can turn to support if it gets tested. It doesn't have to get tested, but if it does, that's what you want to watch out for. It's 515 turning to support if there's buying pressure, because as long as above, I recommend staying bullish on triple Q. 517 and 519 are the next target / resistant levels. I wouldn't look to short unless 515 and 513.5 can fail. Then maybe we get a pullback back down to 512, maybe even 510 and 508. Okay, there is the big gap at 505.5, but no shorts unless we break down support level. So I'm with 515 and 513.5, and I would recommend staying bullish above 515. NVDA look like it's consolidating a little bit. Chop range 149 down to 147. Watch for the break. Clear 149, 150.5 and 152 plus in play. We break down 147.3, 146, 144.5 and 143 all in play below. Tesla's gonna make Uncle a millionaire. We had that big island reversal right there. Consolidated a little bit. Then we did the big old gap up. Okay, it looked like an exhaustion gap, but this is a bullish version of it, because we was pulling back for a few days. He pulled back for a week from a high of 273.5 and went as low as 238.8. That's a really good move to the downside, and then followed by a big old gap up. Now we're like way above 300, around 343.8 as of recording this. Okay. So I have next resistant level. Well, I have the next critical resistant level at 347.5. Okay, guys, that's big based on a macro level fib level. You guys see, I zoom out for you guys. So this is from November 8th, 2021. So it's a few years ago. That high, that's the previous all-time high, all the way down to this pivot low around January of 2023. And then we get all these awesome levels, okay? So I have the next critical one at 347.5. Okay, so next resistant, damn, it's still rising. It's at 344.2 as of recording this. Okay, so next resistance at 346 and 347.5. Guys, if those levels clear 350 and possibly all the way up to 360 would be targets. That's a crazy parabolic move. If it's pullback time, you gotta let the price action tell you when to go short. 344, 342.5, and 341, especially 341. If those levels fail, that's when you want to look to short and target the lower targets, possibly all the way down to 330, 328, and 326 would definitely be targets for Uncle Charters. IWM still looking bullish. All right, 241 is the equilibrium level. As long as above 243, 244.6, and possibly up to 246 will all be in play. Okay, do not look to short unless we break down 241. That should put 238.5 and 236 or lower all back in play. Apple, I'm not fully convinced that it's bullish just yet. You guys can see we broke down that fib level at 228.4, and we retested and back tested that fib level as a resistant where it found selling pressure. I'm not convinced. I cannot call a bottom unless we clear 227 and 228.4. 228.4 is a must clear for me to call a bottom. Okay, if we break down, right now we're back below the 50 DMA. So if we can't recapture 227, that's a red flag for me. Break it down 225 would put 223, 221.4, and 220 all back in play. I would be bearish below 247. 227. I can't call a bottom unless we clear both those levels, 227, 228.4. Amazon consolidating here. I do have a level at 210.5 and 212. If more upside is the plan, then both levels must clear to send us higher. Okay, as of right now, 210.5 is a support because we're a little above it right now. But 210.5, 209, and 207 are the levels to watch. Pivot levels, break down those levels, then maybe it's pullback time down to 204.7, 203, and 201. Meta, 589.5 is the equilibrium level. If above, bullish. 591 and 593 clears, more upside as possible. That's your trigger to go long. Now, if we break down 589.5, 588 and 586 will be in play. And if they fail, 584.5 would be a target. Below 584.5, I would be a lot more bearish on Meta with lower targets in play. 583, 580, 577.6 would all be targets for me. Microsoft consolidating a little bit. Okay, if it can clear, I have the next resistance at 423.5, 425, and 427. Those levels must clear to be bullish to put 430, 431.3 or higher in play. Okay, now we're below 423 and we break down 421 and 419.7, bearish. We are heading down lower, down to 417 and possibly all the way back down to 414.6 ish. All right, guys. And last but not least, Doge. If you guys were bored this past weekend and was like, man, I need to trade, well, Doge was here for you guys. I gave you guys the pivot levels, and I mentioned to you guys, if we can clear the 0.197 level, bullish, we cleared it. Cleared that 0.197 level. Holy moly, it was beautiful, guys. And then I mentioned 0.229 would be a target, and if we clear 23 cents, more upside would be possible. And look at that, smash it. Cleared 23 cents. Cleared it. All right, let's zoom in a little bit. And that we cleared it. Oh my goodness, that candle right there. That candle right there is when we clear the 23 cents mark. You see that price action works with penny stocks and cryptos and all that happy stuff. I love price action. Look at how it cleared that 23 cents and we just smashed forward. And then what happened? We hit the next fib level at 0.30. What's the next fib level? It was I think it was the 1.5 Fibonacci level at 0.33, 0.33, okay, 30 cents. Smashed it, and now we are consolidating. So that level right there, 0.3033, that's the next resistance level, guys. If we can clear that, then more upside is possible. I'm thinking we're going to consolidate a little bit, okay? So I have support at 0.285, okay? 28 cents, 28.5 cents is support. If we're consolidating above that, watch out for the breakout of 30 cents, 0.3, okay? We clear that, or we can round up to 31 cents. We cleared 31 cents. We're definitely heading up higher to 32 cents plus, possibly all the way up to 34.5 cents. It's so tough saying these numbers, guys. I still got to get used to it, all right? But anyways, no shorts unless we break down 28.5 cents and 26.3 cents. All right, break down those levels and we can definitely pull back. Otherwise, look like it might be consolidating for another move to the upside. Be patient. Follow the levels and setups like I always say. The price action is the true shepherd, not me. Uncle Chartist is a fellow sheep, and I'm just the messenger. I'm just a chartist. That's all, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want more content from me, definitely join the Discord. I'd love to serve you guys throughout the day. Get this money. We get paid. Peace.